first ever Q&A. Honestly, I didn't think I had enough subscribers or friends or people that watched that would actually like ask me questions. And so when I just put it out there, I got some awesome questions. So I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for submitting, and let's get started. All right, so my friend Heather asked, how did you get started on YouTube? So back in like 2011, I think my very first video was, Belle was like 9 months old, and she was in her swing, and I was just playing a game with her with a toy, and I just thought she was so cute. And so I recorded that, and I didn't have anywhere else to put it, so I put it on YouTube. And then I did a few tiny little videos just playing around with video and editing and stuff here and there. When we moved to this house, we did our decorate Christmas or decorating our tree video, and then I've done that every year since. But really, I didn't really get started on my channel until I was pregnant with Belle, or with Hazel, and I was looking up birth videos. And so I found one by What's Up Moms. Elle had a couple videos of when she gave birth, and I just loved the style of it, and I loved the content. I just loved it. I thought it was really, really a sweet memory and way to capture that memory of that day. So to relive those days, because they go by so fast. And so I wanted to do one of when we gave birth to Hazel. So I did that one, and then about like 6 months later, 7 months later, I was like really watching other family vloggers, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start doing my own videos. And so that's how we got started. She also asked about cameras. She's looking into getting her daughter a camera. I use my phone. So I know there's vlogging cameras out there. It's just one, not in our budget, and two, my phone's worked great, so I'm just going to stick with my phone. Maybe down the road I'll get a camera. The quality's not 100% the best, but I don't think it's the worst either. There's some times during nighttime it's kind of but for the most part I don't mind. I do have my big DSLR that I use for photography, but when you're out and about with children, multiple children, it's better to just use your phone than a big giant camera. So okay, my friend Allie wants to know, how do you juggle all your children and babysitting kids? When do you find time to eat, go to the bathroom, do your chores? Oh goodness, girl. I love it when people ask me this and they're like, you have it all figured out. How do you do it? I don't know how you do it. Guys, I don't. I guess I'm just good at making you think I do, because I don't. There are a million days where, you know, I drop every ball I have, and there are a million days that I'm juggling maybe half of them, but never do I juggle everything. And you just kind of have to be okay with that, and be okay with yourself to know that, you know what, you're doing the best you can. You're never going to get everything together, and if you do get everything together, then I think you're kidding yourself, or you don't have, your children are grown, I guess. I don't know. So I definitely want to let everybody know. So I don't know if anybody's new here. I have 4 children myself, 4 girls, and then I babysit during the school season. At the most, I babysit 3 other kids, but those 3 kids are very part-time. Sometimes I have half a day or a few days a week or something like that, so it's very part-time. During the summer, it can get up to 8 or 9 kids, so it can vary, but that doesn't happen overnight at the same time. My journey of motherhood and babysitting and juggling all these kids, I've learned tips and tricks throughout time that's made it easier, or that's just like, nope, that's not gonna work. So I just wanted you to know, like, just don't put so much pressure on yourself. You're doing the best you can. You're never gonna get it completely right, and be okay with that. So I hope that that's a good answer. At least that's what works for me. Crystal wants to know, when are you coming to Omaha again? Girl, if I could come to Omaha right now, I would be there. I love her to pieces, and gosh, I miss those kids so much. Honestly, next year we have some big plans, and I'm thinking the year after. If everything worked out great, I would come next year, but I'm thinking the year after. I would love to meet up for a weekend or something like that, and that would be awesome. The next question, my friend Angie, who, I love you to pieces, Angie. Thank you so much. You asked the best questions. I'm so excited about your questions. Angie wants to know, will you and Brian renew your wedding vows? Honestly, I think if I asked Brian to renew our wedding vows, he would totally be up for it. he just wants to make me happy. So if I ask him to do anything, he's like, yeah, let's do that. I want to renew our wedding vows like big time when we hit like big numbers, like 20, 25, 50, like up in that time. Next year will be our 10-year wedding anniversary. Yay for us. But like I said, we have some big plans for next year for the whole family. And so I'm thinking our celebration for our 10-year anniversary is actually going to wait till our 11th year anniversary. In the grand scheme of all things, it's just another year. So I think we'll be fine waiting one more year to celebrate us. But yeah, so you know what? Renewing your wedding vows. I think you should be doing that every day though, right? At least that would be good. Okay, do your kids see their YouTube videos? What do they think? My kids have never asked to watch them. They don't really seem interested. They will watch YouTube, but they will watch the goofy ones about opening egg surprises and kids playing with toys. They don't really ask about our channel and our videos. There'll be times that I will show them something that I think they'll enjoy or be like, hey, wasn't this a fun day? And they'll watch it. But yeah, they're just not that interested. I think the most important thing is I think when they get older, that's when they're going to be more interested in watching just for memories and stuff like that. So yeah, they don't care that they're on YouTube or that other people watch them. But you know, obviously I do not take videos of them when they ask not to. Not that they've ever specifically asked not to, but you can feel a vibe if somebody doesn't really want videos of themselves. And so, you know, I definitely respect my children. Do you ever worry about having so many pictures and videos of your kids online? So you worry about everything as a parent. I think you worry about everything. You second guess everything you do. Definitely do not want my children to be in any harm's way. I do not want my kids' images to be in the wrong hands. There's a very dark, evil side of the internet, and I don't want my children exposed to that or even just unknowingly in those hands. So I try to be proactive about not recording or taking pictures of things that might find its way in those situations. So I have a rule that I always do anytime I take a picture. Sorry. I always think, would I want this picture of myself? And if the answer is no, then I ain't taking it. Like when my kids are being corrected, or when they're hurt, or when they're really sad, or even if like they're sick. Guys, it drives me nuts when I see parents taking pictures of their children and saying, oh, they're running 103 fever and they're runny nose and they just puked. Poor kid. I don't need a picture of your kid doing that. I mean, I feel bad and I'll pray for them, but you wouldn't want a picture of you in that state. Why would your kid want? I don't know. And that might just be my own personal pet peeve, but it really does bother me when people do that. So I know that there's probably evidence that I contradicted everything I just said, and there's probably pictures here and there of my children these stages, but I definitely try really hard to be aware of what I'm taking pictures and videos of. So, are you going to have another baby? I know, that's like everybody's big question. I would love another baby, guys. Like, to be completely honest with you, I've always felt like my family is not completely complete, that we are missing somebody, some way. Me and my husband the last 6 months we've not been trying to have a baby, but we've been open to, if it wasn't God's plan, then he would make it happen, but it's just not happened. And January was supposed to be like our cutoff date. I'm going to schedule to have my tubes tied in January, and so it's not happened so far. There's still a couple of weeks, but as of right now, we're thinking that having another baby is not in the plans. We are very open to, I'm very passionate about adoption and fostering. It's just so close to my heart, and I've always pictured myself doing that someday. Always. It's always been just on my list of, that's one of the things I want done in my life. I want to be able to open our home to someone that needs a good, stable environment and to grow them. In this time period right now, we just don't feel like timing is right. some of the children that we have right now, we don't think emotionally we would be prepared or they would be prepared to add in another one who might potentially need a little bit more attention than what they are getting currently. And so, if that makes sense, I'm trying I'm trying to be as vague as I can, but also make you understand that we deal with trauma on a daily basis. And so we feel like we need to put all of our focus and attention on helping our child get through this, and we don't think it would be fair to them or to another child coming into our family to have to juggle that with, again, I don't know if I'm saying the right words. It's definitely in our future. Timing right now is probably not going to happen. So we'll see. I definitely feel like we need 5 children, but it's just not right this second. All right, Lauren asked, as a mom and YouTuber, how do you organize your digital files? My husband does that. He has a college education in computers, and so he's gotten me external hard drives, and so I just I will say I don't save every single one of my YouTube videos. I only save my favorites, just because I'm trying to save him from buying more hard drives. He would in a heartbeat, but it's just in my heart. I'm kind of a tightwad when it comes to money, and so I only want to save 100% the videos that mean the most to me. So yeah, digital files. I have a photography business. I save every single picture I've ever taken for my photography business, and then our personal photography, I save some of them, but most of them are online. They're saved on different websites online. So what is the most rewarding thing about photography? Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me cry on this one. So in my photography career, I have had the complete honor of taking multiple people's pictures that have since passed away, and they have forever touched my heart, and their families and their story. And so just knowing that I have a hand in some way giving someone something that they can remember their loved one forever, and being able to put that in the best light. I don't know how to explain that, I guess. I hope that makes sense. Also just watching people grow, watching their families grow, watching their love grow, watching their stories evolve, and where they go with their lives. Just being a teeny tiny little part of people's lives. And the amount of friendships that I've gotten through photography is just, it's the best. It's the best. I mean, I couldn't do half the things I do or gotten through half the things I've gone through without these people. And so, and on top of it, photography has allowed me to stay home with my kids. Honestly, it has provided some vacations that we went on, some very necessary repairs to our house and our cars. It has provided food on my table for my kids to eat. So I'm very grateful for my photography job. And the last question is from Kristen, and she says, how do you work through the hard stuff? 100% my faith. 100%. We went through a very, very, very hard pregnancy with Stella, and that will forever be my, I don't know, my it wasn't a rock bottom, but it was something where I was on my hands and knees bawling, asking God to just help me. And he helped, and he answered prayers, and he was there for me, and he proved time and time and time that he helps us, and he's with us, and he's providing for us and doing the best for us. And so I was asked a while ago, what if you die and you find out that everything that you believed was just a story? It was just make-believe. There is no God. There is no Jesus. None of that stuff is real. Would you still, what would you have done anything different? And honestly, no. If you want to laugh at me because God is fake, then go ahead and laugh at me. I still choose to believe, because I've just been proven over and over that when I trust and when I lean and when I pray, it works. And it might not be 100% the way I wanted it, but it is what was best. And so I'm just I'm very strong in my faith, and I'm just, even if it turns out to be fake, I'm glad that I had something to get me through those hard days. Also, my husband. I know it's kind of like cliche, I guess, but he is my best friend. He is the person that I can be 100% honest with. I can open up 100% and be vulnerable and just lay it all out there, and he never judges me. He never tells me I'm wrong. He's just there for me, and he's supportive of me, and yeah, he's the best. He really is the best. I also have a good amount of people that I can vent to, and I definitely vent to them a lot, so thank you guys. You know who you are. I can go on and on and on for hours to them, and they've never complained to me. They might complain behind my back, but they've never complained to me, so I appreciate that. Also, just I'm pretty positive. I'm always a positive person, so I think about the positive side on things, and I just trust that God will get us to that happy ending. I hope that's a good answer. Anywho, that wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is kind of a long video, and I don't mean it to be, but I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any other questions that you would like me to answer, you can leave it in the comments below, and I'll do it again if I have enough. But I really had a great time doing my first Q&A. I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogmas, so if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. I'm going to do a couple of days of actual vlogging, like daily vlogging, so that you get to see more of our day-to-day life. We've just been a little crazy the last couple of days. Brian is also out of town right now. When you guys see this, he'll be back, so I'm not worried about that. That's the other thing about my kids. I never take pictures or post pictures or videos like on the same like time period. So if we're away, you won't see those pictures of us away until we're like at a different place. So safety reasons for that. And also because I want to be present. I don't want to spend half of the time while I'm somewhere on my phone uploading. Like, I'll wait till we get in the car or we get home. Anyway, I'm going on and on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.